chaos in court as Quadrin Wilson hears evidence police have against him in a drug case. His brother gets kicked out, frustrated over a lack of answers.
Also, the man accused of running over multiple people, killing 6 of them during a Christmas parade, is facing more charges when his trial date is scheduled to begin.
And Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes on the campaign trail where he stopped today as he looks to unseat Senator Ron Johnson. This is News 3 Now at 6.
That's not relevant. Well, that's bull. We'll set it up. You.
After nearly an hour of hearing testimony against Quadrin Wilson, his brother had enough, and that's how his day in court ended this morning, swiftly escorted out.
But answers surrounding why so many officers tried to arrest Wilson in February, including 2 who fired their guns, have been slow to come, if at all. Brad Hamilton watched today's hearing, and he's live in studio to tell us more about this case.
Eric and Charlotte, to be clear, the charges Wilson was in court today are not from February 3rd when he was hurt and arrested. These are drug charges and could be why DCI agents were a part of that arrest, but investigators still are not talking.
That's not relevant. Well, that's bull.
Frustration boiling over into fury.
We'll set it up. You.
That outburst coming from Quadrin Wilson's brother, angry over a lack of answers, claiming that police shot Wilson 5 times in the back while he was unarmed. Now, Wilson is accused of selling drugs that led to a deadly overdose in Madison in April of 2021.
The state is trying to put together something because they have to react to what happened on February 3rd when Quadrin was shot.
Wilson's attorney, Stephen Eisenberg, says it's suspicious that the Dane County DA's office would file these charges after the February 3rd arrest attempt when Wilson was hurt.
Why they waited 10 months, I can't tell you that.
It's been more than 1 month since Wilson was hurt, taken into custody by 21 total officers, including 2 state agents who shot their guns. Since then, the Dane County Sheriff's Office has released few details, save for those totals and the names of the agents.
This all adds up to enough evidence to allow the state to go forward.
Back in the courtroom today, the judge ruled a phone number linked to Wilson and a suspect description, among other details, showed enough evidence that Wilson may have committed the drug crime.
Boy, are we in trouble if light-skinned black male convicts you now.
But Eisenberg says he is not done with his push to show that officers had no business arresting Wilson in the manner that they did back on February 3rd.
In this case, it's weak. It's all weak.
We did reach out to the Dane County Sheriff's Office, and we continue to do that daily to answer the Wilson's family's questions and ours. Nearly every single day, the reply is simply nothing new to share today.
The suspect in the Waukesha Christmas parade crash had 6 new felony charges filed against him in a courtroom today. 39-year-old Darrell Brooks Jr. was in court during the hearing. The judge scheduled his trial to start on October 3rd and run through October 28th. She also expressed concerns over a potential conflict of interest when she previously texted one of the victim's parents expressing her condolences.
I think it is interesting to note he had to ask who it was on the other end of that text, as my name was not in his text. It was a very brief exchange, and nothing else has been exchanged since.
Brooks previously pled not guilty to 77 charges against him, including homicide and reckless endangerment. 6 people were killed and more than 60 others injured that day. Police say Brooks drove an SUV through a crowd at a Christmas parade last November. The lead investigator in the case previously testified that Brooks zigzagged his SUV through the crowd and appeared to be aiming for people.
The attorney for the woman accused of killing and dismembering a man at a Green Bay home wants to have the defendant evaluated for mental competency. A criminal complaint says 24-year-old Taylor Busiest and the victim, Shad Therion, were using drugs before Therion was strangled February 22nd. The complaint says Busiest sexually abused the 25-year-old victim, dismembered his body, placed body parts at various locations in the home and in a vehicle. Her attorney asked for the exam to determine if she understands the court proceedings and is able to assist with her defense.
Madison fire officials say an east side man is safe after an automatic sprinkler quickly detected a garage fire. Firefighters were sent to the 6000 block of Driscoll Drive just after noon on Thursday for an active fire alarm. When they got there, they noticed water leaking out of the home's garage. Firefighters found a sprinkler still spreading water on a bag of trash that had been extinguished. There, they found a bucket of cigarette butts near the trash bag. The sprinkler was then turned off and the garage was ventilated. Police say a second person has died following a fire at a multifamily home in Waukesha earlier this week. Waukesha Fire and Police released the names of the two people who died. They are 51-year-old Kimberly McQuaid and 50-year-old Kevin McQuaid. A family member says the McQuaids were married for 21 years and had 2 children. 3 others were hurt in this fire. According to Waukesha officials, they're investigating a dispatch system error that caused a delay in the response to the fatal fire. And let's check your certified most accurate forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
It will be a cold night across southern Wisconsin. Skies have cleared out. The clouds that we had with a little band of flurries that came through earlier today has moved off to the east. And now as we look at Doppler track, that band of flurries out over Michigan and Indiana and racing away from us as cold air starts to pour across the state. High temperatures are right around lunchtime. Here in Madison, we hit 27 for a high. Janesville topped out at 30, but take a look where temperatures are now. Janesville just barely above 20 degrees and just about everybody else in the teens. And then you factor in the winds. We're seeing wind chills in the single digits above and below zero. By tomorrow morning here in Madison, will drop to about 2 above zero, but the wind chills could make it feel as cold as 15 below zero. And our high tomorrow of 23 will be about 15, no, actually almost 20 degrees below normal for this time of year. But a big changes in the weather pattern for next week. I'll have more on that in a few minutes.
While many Americans are celebrating the loosening of COVID-19 restrictions, there are millions of Americans with compromised immune systems for whom the pandemic is far from over. While many people are happy with the recent shift in the CDC's guidelines, Dr. Gianna Smith from UW Health worries they've been widely interpreted to mean that COVID-19 is no longer a threat. Yet millions of individuals are still at risk of serious illness and death. While most vaccinated people will not get seriously ill if they become infected, those with weakened immune systems are still very worried about getting sick.
You can't tell someone's immunocompromised from looking at them. And my patients lead healthy, active lives. They work. You can't know if that person is your child's teacher, is the person checking you out in the grocery store, is your neighbor. COVID has been the leading cause of death in the transplant program here at University of Wisconsin for the last 2 years.
According to the American Medical Association, immunocompromised people account for about 7 million people. This includes people who've had organ transplants, stem cell transplants, HIV/AIDS, and cancer. The CDC says just 2% of the U.S. population now live in a county with a high COVID-19 community level. That is roughly 7 million people, 16 million fewer than last week. Nearly 73% of the population now live in a county considered to have a low community level, with the other 21% living in a medium community level.
Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes hitting the campaign trail today. Today, Barnes met with farmers, small business owners, and students in Beloit. Barnes, who's running for U.S. Senate, says many small businesses need relief support that larger ones have received during the pandemic.
Then we have issues like healthcare that comes up all the time. Then childcare. That is a prevailing concern that small business owners have, whether it's for the owners as individuals or the people they employ.
Barnes looking to win the Senate seat currently held by Republican Senator Ron Johnson. Starting Monday, a 2-block stretch on one of Janesville's busiest roads will close until late August. Wisconsin DOT says U.S. Highway 14, also known as Humes Road in Janesville, will close between State Highway 26, Milton Avenue, and Pontiac Drive. Crews will be adding offset turn lanes, traffic signals, shared use paths, and a new bus stop location. Drivers will be able to cross the construction zone at intersections with Pontiac Drive at Lexington. Customers and businesses in the area can use Holiday Drive or Moore Street. Construction set to wrap up in October.
Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, helping Ukrainian refugees, what Habitat for Humanity is doing for them, and where you can go to chip in.
Plus, students from Madison Country Day School also sending support to those who have fled Ukraine. That story ahead. Stay with us.
Everyone's a winner during the Lucky Streak sale at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley. Millions of dollars of inventory ready to go. Save as much as 40% off in-stock appliances now. We service what we sell. Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley of Madison.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big Spring Thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our Spring Thaw sale. Save 22% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Feeling lucky? Everyone's a winner at Ashley's Lucky Streak Sale. We have millions of dollars of inventory in stock with savings up to 50% off. And get your scratch-off card in store for up to an extra 15% off. Plus 0% interest until 2023. Only at Ashley.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County is working with the global Habitat community to provide support for refugees fleeing the violence in Ukraine. Last week, the global Habitat community began distributing hotel vouchers to families fleeing the violence. Habitat has also installed space heaters in refugee centers in northern Romania. Right now, they're raising emergency funding for those refugees.
So Dane County Habitat has a small budget for global building because we are part of a global Habitat affiliate. So we'll be taking a small amount, and if people want to add to that, we would welcome that. They can go to habitatdane.org and make a donation, and there will be a drop down that says Ukraine.
There are 4 Habitat affiliates that border Ukraine: Hungary, Slovakia, Romania, and Poland. The UN Refugee Agency reported that more than 2 million people have fled Ukraine since the invasion began.
Students at the Madison Country Day School loaded up a truck today with donations they've collected throughout the week. The supplies will go to benefit Ukrainian refugees. Items that the students collected included non-perishable food items, Band-Aids, first aid kits, and thermal underwear. The students feel very strongly about what they see as their duty to help those in need.
Here at Madison Country Day School, we actually have a lot of community members with direct connections to the people over there in the Ukraine. So it wasn't really something that we wanted to do, just something that we felt we absolutely needed to do.
The students called it an amazing community bonding experience.
People gathering in Oregon tonight are on a mission, many of them quite literally. They're planning to pray, learn, and share stories about experiences some of them have had in Ukraine.
Tahlil Muhaddin is live at First Lutheran Church in Oregon tonight with more. Tahlil?
Well, it's still a little early, but we are expecting people to turn up in about 20 minutes or so. And once they do, they'll be joined together in prayer, as you said, and they'll be hearing firsthand accounts from those who spent time in Ukraine. Now, I'm joined with Pastor Jeff Hendricks, who says he saw a need in his community. Pastor Jeff, why did you put this on?
Well, these are frightening times. These are evil days that we're living in. But we, as a Christian congregation, we have a peace the world cannot give. Man can do some frightening things. He can disappoint us, as we see happening around in Russia, and he can hurt us. He can take everything away from us. He can even kill us. But the one thing he can't take away is our Savior and the peace that we have in Jesus Christ. And so that's something that we can, as a Christian church, that we can give our community. And we do have to give.
And what are you hoping that they take away from today?
So I hope they take away, peace. We have the words of Jesus Christ, the gospel, can do something that no army on earth can do something that no powers, no authorities can do. It can give peace to troubled hearts. So we hope that these troubled hearts that come tonight take away peace, and we hope to pray for those who are troubled in Ukraine as well.
All right, Pastor Jeff, thank you. And tonight at 10, we'll hear from those who are speaking at the event, like I said, who have spent decades in Ukraine. But for now, back to you, Eric and Charlotte.
All right, Talia live in Oregon. Thank you. And still ahead, the Rock County Sheriff's Office warning about a person pretending to be a police sergeant.
Plus, a fuel thief is on the loose in Wisconsin. How he was able to steal gas from a used car dealership and why it probably wasn't worth it.
Plus, cold start to the weekend, but then a big warm-up. We've got your complete forecast after the break.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Waukesha Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Waukesha Furniture ETC.
Everyone's invited to the prom. From the creators of the Book of Mormon, Elf, and the Drowsy Chaperone, The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. The Prom makes you believe in musical comedy again. So full of happiness that you think your heart is about to burst. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
Everyone's invited to the prom. Get your tickets at overture.org.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night, your home is the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 77 years. And during our 77th anniversary event, carpet installation is just $77. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home. Beautiful, made affordable. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once-daily pill, can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq, make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Waukesha Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Waukesha Furniture ETC.
Some people are trying to make bank off a tank of gas. As expensive as it is right now, stories of stealing gas aren't much of a surprise.
Yeah, as Max Cotton found out, a fuel thief in Wisconsin stole gas from an SUV at a used car dealership by drilling a hole in the gas tank.
Like any other recently acquired used car, Gross Auto Group mechanics pulled a Jeep Patriot into its garage for a checkup Wednesday. But dealership owner Mike Gross says this turned into more than a routine check.
As soon as he pulled it in, everybody noticed they could smell gas. Then they followed quite a gas trail running in from the outside and put the vehicle up on the hoist, and that's when we noticed somebody had drilled a hole in the fuel tank that evening prior in order to steal the gasoline from it.
Gross is no stranger to theft. However, he says this is a new one.
We've had a lot of things stolen over the years, a lot of crazy things, wheels, cars, catalytic converters, of course, is a hot item, but I've never had anybody drill a hole into a gas tank in order to steal the gas.
He says, given current economic conditions and rising gas prices, he's not surprised someone tried to poach some fuel. But people usually siphon it through the gas cap.
When I saw how they did it by drilling the hole in the tank, then I was a little more miffed at how that had happened.
He says the thief probably stole about $20 worth of gas, causing around $1,500 in damage. He says it won't hurt the car's resale value once it's fixed. Despite that, Gross is offering a $2,000 reward to anyone who comes forward with information leading to an arrest.
We just kind of wanted to head this off happening again to us or to anybody else in the community. It's a small community. We're going to be able to fix this car. I just hate to see it happen to other people where now they're trying to replace fuel tanks and getting the same thing done.
Now in Atlanta, a man was recently arrested after a string of gas thefts with the same MO, drilling a hole in the tank to drain the gas.
Well, it's going to feel like spring starting next week. Here's Gary with your complete forecast.
Those are the words to think about next week, not tomorrow, not tonight, that's for sure. 3 things you need to know. We've got one more cold day for tomorrow, but even starting out about as cold as we've been so far this month. Temperatures just barely above 0 here in Madison, but wind chills could be as cold as 15 below 0. Then we have some snow showers or flurries that'll move through tomorrow night. I don't think it'll amount to very much. Could be a dusting to maybe up to an inch well northeast of Madison. But then the winds kick in from the west and southwest on Sunday. Temperatures jump up to around 50 and will be even milder for the middle part of next week. Now, we had a little band of flurries move on through this afternoon, or actually right around lunchtime. You can see how far eastward that band of flurries has moved. That's actually the cold front that's moving in. But things are starting to change. You look out in the Pacific Ocean, the jet stream's starting to split into 2 branches. The subtropical jet stream that carries the moisture, that's flowing near the Hawaiian Islands, but the northern branch, the polar jet stream, is starting to lift farther to the north. And when that happens, mild air starts to build, and that's what's happening out over the eastern Pacific Ocean and the western part of the country. The subtropical jet stream staying to the south takes a lot of the moisture with it, so as that feeds into a storm system to our south, you can see showers, thunderstorms, severe weather possibility in the southeastern part of the country, snow and freezing rain down near the Ohio River. But around here, the jet stream, the northern branch of the jet stream, the polar jet stream, still coming in from Canada. So that's keeping us cold, but as that jet stream flattens out and eventually starts to move in from the southwest next week, those temperatures will warm up in a hurry. Now, there's the cold front that came through with the flurries. You can see flurries didn't amount to anything here, but down to the south, they've got winter weather advisory, winter storm warnings from the mid-Atlantic states, even northern portions of Georgia and Alabama, all the way up into New England, and wind chill advisories in effect even into parts of northern Wisconsin tonight, where wind chills could drop to as cold as 30 to 35 below 0. These are actual temperatures right now, single digits and teens in the northern part of the Midwest. Wind chills already below 0 as far south as La Crosse, and in the teens to near 20 below 0 over northern Minnesota. Now on future track, notice the sky's clearing out for tonight. That will allow temperatures to drop, like I said, just barely above 0 here. And with you factor in the winds, we're looking at wind chills as cold as 15 below 0. But notice those winds starting to shift out of the south late in the day tomorrow. Clouds come in tomorrow night. There could be a few snow showers or flurries, but then those winds start to pick up out of the west and southwest on Sunday. Temperatures warm up, and the next weather system will stay farther to the north, keeping snow mainly in the northern portion of the state. Our temperatures will be mild enough on Monday to be in the lower 50s, and it looks like we'll be even warmer as we head into the middle part of next week. So for tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 23. That's after an overnight low of 2 and wind chills down to 15 below 0. We'll be sunny during the day, but again, those snow showers and flurries move through tomorrow night. We jump up to 49 on brisk westerly winds on Sunday. Low 50s Monday and Tuesday. Look at that high for Wednesday, 61 degrees. Then some showers. We turn a little cooler for the end of next week, and then temperatures bounce back up for the start of the following week.
And coming up in sports, the Badgers opening up the Big Ten tournament. Quarterfinals. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Walk through Menards Lighting Showroom and find your style with Patriot Lighting. Plus, save 11% on everything. Shop our full selection of over 7,000 interior lights and find the right one for your home. The Susanna Oil Rubbed Bronze with Brass Accents 3-Light Pendant features a hexagonal orb design and includes vintage bulbs to create a classic look with modern touches. Just $99.99 after sale price and 11% rebate. Get 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Govan Cars is having a huge winter sale with the largest selection of vehicles under $15,995 or $249 per month. That's right, don't miss out on our winter sale with the best selection of SUVs, cars, or vans under $15,995 or $249 per month. We have one of the largest selections of vehicles in Dane County with over 500 vehicles in stock. So just come on in and ask for me, Crystal the Pistol, Govan. Go to Govan Cars, east or west. You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
Una llamada
nada más.
Isang tawag, ganyan lang.
مكالمة واحدة هذا كل شيء. Ci vuole solo una chiamata.
Halmar nasawa.
No matter how you say it, it's always one call, that's all.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So take Allegra before allergy symptoms take over you. And for kids, try allergist-recommended non-drowsy children's Allegra.
Wow. No braces, everything's hands-free. I wasn't so lucky.
Invis is not your parents' braces. Invis is faster than braces and the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors, Invisalign.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
Saturday morning on News 3 Now, basketball highlights from the Big Ten tournament as the Badgers take on Michigan State.
And it's the tale of 2 seasons. Get the weekend forecast Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
Wisconsin's first goal, win the regular season title. The second, take home the Big Ten tournament crown. The Badgers start that journey today in the quarterfinals against the Spartans. Johnny Davis in the starting lineup for Greg Gard. Last check of the score, he hasn't scored yet, but nobody really has. Badgers trail late in the first half. Reedsburg has been the top team in Division II all season long. The Beavers entered their state semifinal game on a 28-game win streak. The last time they lost, last year's D2 state final. So there's some unfinished business this year. Reedsburg taking on Pewaukee in the state semifinals. Sydney Cherney had it going on for the Beavers. She spins and wins for 2 of her team-high 17. But Reedsburg trailed by 9 at the break, and in the second half, Amy Taryn and the Pirates just went off. She finished with 31 points. Reedsburg's season comes to an end, 73-43. Down in Division 5, Highland in their first trip to state taking on Randolph, who's making their second. And it was tough sledding for the Cardinals. Down early, Rachel Miller drops home the floater to stop a rocket run, but Randolph was just too good today. The ball movement finds Maddie DeVries, and she connects for 2 of her game-high 13. Rockets head to the state finals for the first time in school history with a 47-25 win.
We have a resilient group of girls, and whatever comes our way, they battle through it. It's really been a selfless group. We got into 2 big rhythms in the first half, one in the first half, one in the second half, that really got us over the edge. I think they maybe cut it to 9 twice in the second half, but not really less than that. And I'm happy for their resiliency, happy we get to play another game and play for the gold ball tomorrow.
So the state finals are tomorrow. Right now, though, we're hoping that the Badgers can score some points.
Yeah,
a little struggling.
Tight one. Yeah, it was pretty slow.
Yeah.
All right, Gary, final check.
Cold out there. There's the live view from the Edgewater Skycam. Looks pretty, but with the clear skies, those temperatures dropping off. The flurries from earlier today, now in Michigan, so out of southern Wisconsin. But temperatures already in the teens in most areas, and you factor in the winds, and we're seeing wind chills below 0 up toward the Dells and La Crosse. By tomorrow morning, down to about 2 here in Madison with wind chills to 15 below, high at 23. But a big warm up for Sunday. Temperatures mild for much of next week. Feels more like spring at that point.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.